This is Helga, the housekeeper, and today I want to talk about politics. You say, oh no, not more of that. We've got it 24/7 as it is. Well, we've got a big election coming up, and I want to share a few words from my fans. I asked friends and co-workers to send in letters with their views. As usual, I will try to include a little sugar and spice as we go. My family includes both Democrats and Republicans. My mother, rest her soul, was in love with Donald Reagan. To be honest, I think she had a crush on him and most likely wanted to work under him. Through the years, different family members would argue at events after a few drinks. Not a wise thing to do. Two of my dad's sisters didn't speak for years over such talk. Now let's get started. My first letter is from Shunda B. of Long Beach. She writes, Dear Helga, your show is fun and I laugh, but some of the content is a little racy for me. I'm a born-again Christian and I voted for Donald Trump. His moral compass, he's got one, does seem to be a little off, but I love his policies on taxes, national defense, and immigration. I also have to admit I found him very attractive before he got so heavy. Now I am waiting for the country to discover all of the good he has accomplished. Yours truly, Shunda. Well, thank you, Shunda, for sharing. It seems you and my mother have something in common with presidents. Now let me see if I have this right. You found him attractive before he got fat, and you long to run your fingers through whatever that is on his head. Well, chemistry is a very hard thing to define, isn't it? The one item in your letter I find very interesting is the fact that so many evangelicals do support this president. Does he even go to church? Not to mention Bible study? Or perhaps even attend a healing service? Possible? Okay, our next letter is from Thomas L., also of Long Beach. He writes, Hi Helga, President Trump has damaged the environment, given tax cuts to the rich, insulted our allies, cozied up to dictators and despots, maligned the free press, put down women, increased the national debt to the highest level ever, lied constantly, polluted the air and water, continued an assault on insurance for all, dehumanized the LGBTQ community, made our foreign policy a laughingstock, and made hypocrisy a hallmark of his administration. Sincerely yours, Thomas. Well, Thomas, tell us how you really feel. You certainly packed a lot into one paragraph. Where do we start? What has happened to this country of ours? This lack of bipartisanship was with us long before Donald Trump was ever on the scene. Sadly, I think both parties are now corrupt, and if the independents rise in power, they could fall right in with the other two. In my mind, we are now in a place of practicing what I call sewer politics. We need three things worked on as soon as possible. Number one, take big money out of politics. Pay for campaigns out of the Treasury with no more donations. In addition, once elected, all of Congress are bombarded by lobbyists with pockets full of cash and perks to get them to vote for their causes. Stop that. And how about 8-year term limits for members in Congress? Number two, vote in more women and varied ethnic groups. Hey, maybe up to 50%. Those people, of course, have to be willing to work across the aisle with courage, discipline, loyalty, and full honesty to support our Constitution and country. Number three, all of the Congress work for us, the people, and they are paid from our taxes. I say, do your job or we will replace you. Enough. My blood pressure is like I'm running a 10K. Now for a little spice. I have to share a recent argument I had with my boyfriend Chuck. This was after John McCain passed away, and we were talking about the president not being invited to his services. Chuck felt he should have been invited. I, on the other hand, felt that it was his last party, and that he should invite only the people he wanted there. It got heated, and Chuck slept on the sofa that night. I got up during the night to check on him. He was awake, and we talked about how silly the fight was. We both agreed we needed to practice bipartisanship right here. We kissed and had that wonderful make-up sex you never forget. I have to admit, an item from the kitchen was on the coffee table and somehow got involved. Deep breath. In closing, I want to thank our sponsor, the air freshener Funk Off, for their continued support. I sent them a letter requesting a can be delivered to every senator and House representative to help with the stench and stink that seems to envelop the entire city of Washington, D.C. Please get out and vote this November. It does not matter which side of the aisle you are on. That is our job and our responsibility for living in this beautiful country of ours. This is Helga saying bye-bye for now. Take care.